Depending on the character's roles, some liberties to keep the plot moving are unrealistic. What I'm focused on is learned behavior, something you see over time. That is why I like series, because it starts to develop a character into a person and it constrains the writer into how the character can react. If you violate the spirit of the character, then you soon will find interest in the books will disappear. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. Parents that are so focused on kids' future, they forget the child's present. They will pressure others to overlook a childish behavior because they do not want a life ruined. Yet, what lesson does the child learn? Just telling the child not to do it again. Talking constantly but rushing in to rescue them will teach them there are no consequences, that you will fix it. Problem is, eventually you will be gone, or the problems will become so huge that you can't help anymore. Leaving your child to deal with all that mess, all at once, possibly, see them in jail. All because you didn't want to have anything on their record that might ruin their lives. Consider also, if your child never learns how to be an adult, who will help their children? After all, your child is still thinking you will fix everything, so has nothing to offer to the grandkid except to hand them your phone number. Since eventually you will die, just how many grandkids do you think you can still give the attention you gave your child? Humanity has an expiration date. If you can't be bothered to make sure your child is strong enough to raise the next generation, do not be surprised when everything you value ends up in the trash. While you think you're being kind, in fact you're abusing them, far more by telling yourself you're helping. That is not a kindness, and the only person you helped to feel better was you. No one will thank you, and probably when you need help, they either can't or won't be bothered because you didn't raise a child, but a pet. While the thoughts are inspired by the book, it does not imply the writer intended to inspire the thoughts I have. The attempt is to start a discussion and get people to think about human behavior from the perspective of the closet. How this might lead to problems that make friends or partners or even business relationships difficult. I can understand why some would dismiss this effort. I find reminders in how the characters behave with memories of my own experiences and then explore that aspect. It's meant to start people to think. It is not meant to imply I am right. If you do not share the ideals with others, then how will you know if you're right? When talking, the focus should be on challenging and exposing your ideals, not in changing other opinions. That would only lead to frustration, since the only person you can change is yourself.